Someone who cares for you deeply is keeping their distance right now. Please take a slow breath, because what you are about to read is not an accident. It is not random or just a simple message. It is something your soul has been waiting to hear for a long time. There is a person in your life, or someone who used to be close to you, who holds a love they cannot put into words. They have deep feelings they cannot show and a longing they cannot let go of, yet they stay away. This reading explains why that is happening. It does not look at the surface excuses or the lies they tell others, but the real reason their heart still beats for you while they keep their distance. Hello everyone, and welcome to Never Give Up. Please remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all notifications, because every video has the power to change your mindset. First, they are absolutely terrified of the power you hold over their heart. This person has never felt this way about anyone else before. You shook their world and awakened parts of them they did not even know were there. That scares them more than they want to tell you. When they look at you, they do not just see a person. They see a mirror of everything they want and everything they are afraid of losing. They stay away because you make them feel vulnerable in a way they cannot control. To them, you are far too important and too powerful emotionally to handle. Your presence makes them lose their guard, and your absence hurts them. But being with you requires a level of emotional honesty they have never had to give anyone else. Second, they believe you deserve someone better than who they are right now. There is a lot of guilt in their silence. It is not anger or lack of interest, it is guilt. This person feels like they love you but simply are not enough for you yet. They want to come forward, but they worry about letting you down or hurting you because they are still healing inside. They stay away because they feel they are not the person they want to be for you yet. They want to return to you when they are stable and ready, not with messy emotions or unfinished personal battles. They want to be a whole person before they stand in front of you again. Third, their heart is loyal to you, but their mind is fighting the bond. You touch them at a spiritual level that feels too deep and too meaningful. It is not something they can just walk away from, though they have tried. They have tried to distract themselves and convince themselves that it was all in their head, but the connection always comes back. Every time they hear your name or remember your voice, you return to them. Their heart whispers your name, but their mind tells them to be careful and not to lose control. This inner war is exhausting for them. They stay away because they think space will make the bond weaker, but the space actually makes it much stronger. Fourth, they are carrying emotional wounds they have never shared with you. This person has old scars and past betrayals that they pretend do not exist. You remind them of love, but love reminds them of pain, so they freeze up. It is not because you caused the pain, but because their heart remembers what it felt like to lose something special. You are very precious to them, so staying close feels dangerous while staying away feels safe. They do not want to break again, and they do not want to break you. Fifth, they are testing their own strength rather than testing you. This is a very important point. They are not trying to see if you will chase them or if you still care. They are testing themselves to see if they can keep their emotions together and control their thoughts without falling apart every time they think of you. The truth is that they fail that test every single day. You are in their mind more than they will say. The distance is hurting them more than you know, and staying away is not making them stronger. It is making them restless and more aware of how they truly feel. Sixth, they think coming toward you would change their whole life, and they are not ready for that shift. You are not just a temporary crush. They know that if they take even one step toward you, everything will change forever. It is not something that can be undone. They know once they choose you, it becomes very real, and reality is what scares them. They stay away because they know if they return, they have to be all in. 7th, they are waiting for the perfect time, but no time ever feels right. They tell themselves they will reach out next week or after they fix their problems. Time has become their excuse and their punishment. The longer they wait, the more they miss you. And the more they miss you, the harder it is to approach you. 8th, they worry that you have already moved on. This is one of their biggest fears. They believe you might have grown stronger without them and stopped waiting. They fear they have fallen behind in your life and that the door is already closed. Sometimes they check on you silently just to see if you are still the same person they miss. They fear that if they come forward now, you will tell them it is too late. Instead of risking that rejection, they choose to stay silent. 9th, deep down they are hoping you still feel them. Even from far away, they wonder if you think about them or if you can sense them missing you. Some nights they feel like your energy reaches them, and other days it feels like you have faded, but you still linger around their heart. You may not talk, but your souls are not silent. 10th, they are coming back, but they are gathering their courage first. They are only staying away until they can handle their emotions and choose honesty over silence. They are starting to realize you are not looking for perfection, just the truth. Your story is not finished yet. There will be a moment where they cannot hold back anymore. A memory or a dream will push them to realize that life without you feels empty. That moment will pull them back to you because their heart simply cannot stay away any longer. This person is not out of your life, and they are not indifferent. They are just scared and overwhelmed. The love is still there, growing stronger in the silence. They stay away because they love you too much, and when they return, they will bring the honesty and depth they never had the courage to say out loud before. If you found value in this, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. The silence you are experiencing right now is not a sign of emptiness, but a sign of preparation, because the person who is distant is currently facing the reality of their own heart. You might feel like the connection has gone cold, but underneath that quiet surface, there is a deep movement of energy that is pulling them back toward your soul. They are starting to understand that no matter how far they run or how much they try to fill their life with other things, the space where you belong remains open and unfilled. This period of being apart is actually a mirror for them, forcing them to look at the parts of themselves they tried to hide when they were standing right in front of you. They are beginning to realize that the fear of losing you is actually much greater than the fear of being vulnerable with you. This realization is a slow burn, but it is steady, and it is changing the way they view their future because they can no longer imagine it without your presence. Every time they try to move forward in a different direction, they feel a pull at their center that reminds them of the bond you share. They are learning that they cannot find peace in a life that does not include the person who makes their heart feel at home. Very soon, the weight of what has been left unsaid will become too heavy for them to carry alone. The excuses they have used to stay away are losing their power, and the need for connection is starting to outweigh the need for safety. They are reaching a point where they would rather face the risk of being hurt than the certainty of being without you. You may not see the progress they are making, but the shift is happening within them as they find the strength to stop running from the love they feel. Your path back to one another is being cleared of the old obstacles and the mental walls they built to protect themselves. Trust that the silence is doing its work, and that the next time they speak, it will be with a clarity and a purpose that they never had before. Their return is not just about coming back, it is about staying for good this time, because they have finally accepted that you are their greatest truth. As the days pass, this person is beginning to see that the distance is not helping them forget you at all. They once thought that time would make their feelings fade, but instead, it has only made them realize how much space you actually take up in their mind. They are starting to notice your absence in the small moments of their day, in the songs they hear, and in the quiet hours of the night when they can no longer distract themselves. This person is now at a stage where they are looking back at everything they did wrong and every time they pulled away when they should have stepped closer. They are replaying your old conversations and looking for clues to see if they still have a chance. The walls they built to stay safe are starting to feel like a prison, and they are becoming tired of the loneliness that comes with staying away. They are realizing that their fear was just an illusion and that the real danger is losing you forever. This realization is creating a sense of urgency inside them that wasn't there before. They are no longer just thinking about you. They are starting to plan how to reach out without looking foolish or causing more pain. They are looking for a sign from the universe or a small opening that tells them it is okay to come back. Deep down, they know that they cannot keep living in this halfway state where they love you in secret, but hide from you in public. The pressure of their hidden feelings is growing, and soon it will reach a breaking point where silence is no longer an option. They are getting closer to the moment where they will finally choose their heart over their fear. This shift is happening right now, even if you cannot see it yet. They are preparing their words and gathering the heart they need to face you again. Your connection is being tested, but it is also being strengthened by this time apart, making the reunion much more meaningful than it would have been before. While they are busy finding their way back, it is important for you to understand that your own energy is the light that guides them home. You may feel like you are just waiting, but you are actually doing something much more powerful by staying true to yourself. This person can feel when you are at peace and when you are struggling because your souls are still linked by an invisible thread. They are currently watching how you carry yourself in their absence, and they are amazed by your strength and your ability to keep going. This makes them respect you even more, but it also makes them realize that you are a rare person who does not need them to be whole. This realization is a wake-up call for them because they see that if they do not step up soon, they might lose the chance to be part of your beautiful life. They are beginning to understand that love is not about two broken people trying to fix each other, but about two people choosing to share their light. This is why they are working so hard on their own growth in the shadows. They want to be able to match your energy and stand beside you without feeling like a burden. They are tired of being the reason for the distance and are starting to crave the warmth of your smile more than the safety of their walls. The universe is currently aligning things in the background to create a bridge between you two. Small coincidences will start to happen more often, and you might feel their presence even when they are miles away. This is the sign that the gap is closing. Their heart is already making the journey toward you, and their physical self will follow as soon as the last bit of fear is gone. You don't need to do anything to speed this up because the pull is already too strong for them to resist. Just keep being the incredible person you are, and trust that the timing is being handled by a power much greater than either of you. The story is moving toward a breakthrough, and the silence you hear now is just the quiet before a very honest and deep conversation that will change everything. The moment of their return is getting closer, and you might already be feeling a strange sense of calm or a sudden shift in the air. This happens because the person who has been away is finally stopping the fight within themselves. They have spent so much time trying to find reasons to stay apart, but they have finally run out of excuses. They are starting to see that the life they built to protect themselves is actually very empty without you in it. They are no longer focused on the past or the mistakes that were made. Instead, they are starting to focus on the future and how they can make things right. You might notice that you are dreaming about them more often, or that their name keeps appearing in unexpected places. These are not just coincidences. They are signs that their spirit is trying to communicate with yours before they make their physical move. This person is currently rehearsing what they want to say to you. They are trying to find the words that will explain their absence without making more excuses. They want you to know that they never stopped caring and that every day spent away from you was a struggle for them too. They are looking for the courage to be completely transparent with you, showing you the wounds and the fears they tried so hard to hide. This upcoming encounter will not be like the ones you had before. It will be grounded in a new kind of maturity because the distance has forced them to grow up and face their own shadows. They are coming back with a desire for stability and a commitment to never let fear drive them away again. They realize now that you are not someone who can be replaced, and that the connection you share is a once-in-a-lifetime gift. The universe is finishing the final touches on this chapter of separation. Everything that needed to be learned during this time has been learned, and the door is beginning to swing open. You don't need to worry about how or when it will happen, because the same force that brought you together the first time is bringing you back together now. Stay open and keep your heart soft, because the person who is coming back is ready to love you in the way you have always deserved. The signs of this coming change are starting to show up in your daily life, even if they seem small right now. You might feel a sudden warmth in your chest for no reason, or find yourself thinking about a specific memory of them that makes you smile. This is happening because their energy is no longer pushed away by fear. It is moving toward you with purpose. This person is currently in a state of deep reflection, looking at old photos or rereading old messages just to feel close to you again. They are beginning to understand that the silence they created was a mistake, and they are feeling a strong urge to fix the bridge they broke. They are no longer worried about being perfect or having everything figured out before they speak. They are starting to realize that simply being honest is enough. You might notice that people from your past suddenly mention their name, or you might see a car that looks just like theirs in places where they don't usually go. These are reflections of their thoughts reaching out to find you. The universe is responding to their internal decision to stop running. This person is now at a point where the pain of being apart is much worse than the fear of coming forward. They are gathering the strength to send that first text or make that first call, and they are hoping that you will still be open to hearing from them. They are worried about your reaction, but their need to see you is becoming stronger than their fear of being rejected. This is a very sensitive time where the energy is shifting from waiting to action. You don't have to do anything to trigger this. The momentum is already building on its own. The person who stayed away is finally ready to stop being a memory and start being a presence in your life again. They are coming back with a new appreciation for who you are and a deep desire to make up for the time that was lost. The wait is nearly over, because the heart always finds its way back to where it feels most alive. The shift you are feeling is real, because the wall between you is finally starting to crumble. This person has reached a point of total exhaustion from trying to live a life that doesn't include you. They have tried to be strong. They have tried to be independent, and they have tried to tell themselves they are fine alone. But the truth has finally caught up to them. They are realizing that no matter how much they improve their life, it feels empty because you aren't there to share it with. This realization is making them feel a sense of regret for the time they wasted in silence. They are now looking at the clock and the calendar, feeling the weight of every day that has passed without a word. This urgency is what will finally push them to break the silence. They are no longer waiting for a perfect moment because they have realized that the perfect moment is simply whenever they choose to be brave. You might feel a sudden burst of confidence or a feeling that something big is about to happen, and that is because your intuition is picking up on their decision. They have stopped asking what if and have started asking how. How can I fix this? How can I show them I still care? How can I earn their trust back? They are preparing to come to you not with more excuses, but with a sincere apology and a desire to build something new. They are finally ready to admit that staying away was a mistake driven by fear, not a lack of love. The energy of separation is being replaced by the energy of reunion. They are coming back with the intention of being consistent and staying present. This is not just a temporary return. It is a homecoming. They have traveled through their own darkness and have realized that you are the light they want to walk toward. The silence is about to end, and when it does, it will be replaced by a conversation that is more honest than any you have had before. Trust that everything is happening exactly as it should and that the bridge is finally being crossed.